keeps control for Thompson. Pass receiving's wide open underneath in the basket. Great pass.
Backs down, now kicks out, up top to the left side, Caden Dahl. Dahl hesitates, then takes the three and knocks it home good. Dahl to get the turn. Carr trying to keep those legs underneath, then Cassette gets him down, and there's the pin.
Rebounded by Kendra Severson. Severson, here comes Bevins back the other way. Bevins, little contact, roll it in, good for Elena Bevins, and we're tied.
Through and Zeller with an excuse me bump, and here goes Semp for takeoff.
Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on YourLiveEvent.com.
All right, welcome everybody to YourLiveEvent.com. This is Brent Dick broadcasting live from the Lisbon High School Gymnasium. We are broadcasting to you from the Stockgrowers Bank broadcast booth high atop the bleachers on the south side of the gymnasium. We have North Dakota Division A boys basketball matchup tonight. We got a good one between the number 4 in the region, Northern Cass, taking on the number 5 right now. As far as standings, the Lisbon Broncos. Lisbon coming with a 4-6 region record. They're 12-7 in overall. Northern Cass is 5-4 in the region and 14-8 overall. That's your matchup this evening on YourLiveEvent.com from Lisbon, North Dakota. We'll step away, come back for our pregame show. More to come on Your Live Event.
Watch the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation. Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region, as we'll hear from area coaches in North Dakota and Minnesota. Plus, we'll highlight area high school seniors on their achievements in the classroom and on the court with our Senior Spotlight. That's the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation, Wednesday nights at 7 on YourLiveEvent.com.
Halstead Telephone Company delivers fast broadband internet, telephone, and cable TV to residents in this region, including Halstead, Shelley, Neilsville, Climax, Fisher, Bigland, Gentilly in Minnesota, and Hillsborough, Caledonia, Gardner, and Argosville, North Dakota. Serving the area residents since 1904, Halstead Telephone continues to create a bright future for this region using 100% fiber optic technology. Service plans offer flexibility and choices, and there's local support personnel ready to help. Contact Halstead Telephone Company today.
All right, welcome back to YourLiveEvent.com. We're about 10 minutes away from our starting lineups and tip-off here between the Lisbon Broncos and Northern Cass Jaguars for Lisbon. Lisbon coming off a 3-game win streak. They're peaking at the right time of the year coming into this contest. The big matchup between Northern Cass. Lisbon has won 3 in a row. They picked up wins on the 17th of February at Valley City, winning that one 62-56, then defeated Central Cass on the road 57-51, picked up a win at home against Lemoore, Litchfield, Marion Lobos 60-45. That was last Saturday. And Northern Cass coming in on a 4-game win streak. Like I said, should be a good matchup this evening as they picked up wins over Valley City back on the 12th of February, 55-48. Then defeated Barnes County North by a score of 53-40 and defeated the Oak Grove Grovers in a tight one, 62-61. And that was back on the 20th of February. So Broncos 3-game win streak and Northern Cass on a 4-game win streak coming into this game this evening. Looking at those region standings, Lisbon Broncos, I should say the number 4 team in the region. Northern Cass is the number 3 team, so just had that a little bit off. But Northern Cass sitting at the number 3 spot in the region right now. Number 1 team is Kindred High School in the region standings. They're 10-0 in the region, and 19-1 overall. They took back that number 1 ranking in the latest Division A boys basketball poll. Number 2 in the region is, with an 8-3 record, is Wahpeton. They're 13-8 overall. Northern Cass sits at number 3 in the region. They're 5-4 in the region and 14-8 overall. Number 4 is Lisbon with that 4-6 region record. They're 12-7 overall. They're tied with Valley City with a 4-6 region record and 9-11 overall. Then Central Cass High School is 3-6 in the region, 6-13 overall. Oak Grove rounds out the Region 1 Division A standings at 1-10 in the region and 3-17 overall. That Region 1 tournament starts up the 10th of March and goes till the 12th. That's at the Sanford Health Athletic Complex on the NDSU campus. And then those Division A qualifier games are on the 15th of March. And I guess Northern Cass fans know this as well as anybody, is that right now seedings don't matter. Once you get into tournament time, anything can happen, as the Northern Cass Jaguar girls team and ended up finishing runner-up in that Division A Region 1 girls basketball contest. And they're currently set to play in a Class A Division A qualifier game. That was on the girls' side, so they'll take on Thompson on Saturday. So once tournament time hits, anything can happen. Anybody can make that run for the state tournament. So just going back to those region standings, that was Division A Region 1. Let's take a look at Division A Region 2. Currently, Devils Lake is at 8-0 in Region 2. They're 18-1 overall. Like I said, they played Kindred last Saturday. Kindred Vikings came out on top of that one, handing Devils Lake their first loss of the season and then dropping them down to the number 2 team in the state. Thompson High School out of Region 2 is 6-1. They're in second. Third place is Four Winds Minnewacan at 4-3. Thompson, the number 5 team in the state, Four Winds Minnewacan receiving votes in the latest Division A boys basketball poll. Division A Region 3, Des-Ex Burlington is 6-0 in the region. They're 12-8 overall. Stanley High School 9-1 in Region 3. They're 13-7 in overall. Bottineau High School in third place out of Region 3. They're 4-2 in the region and 10-10 overall. And then looking at Division A Region 4 team, Shiloh Christian High School is 4-0 in the region. They're 17-3 overall. Dickinson Trinity is 4-1 in Region 4. They're 13-7 overall. And third place is Killdeer. They are at 3-2 in Region 4, and they're 17-2 overall. Killdeer receiving their 17-3 overall. They're sitting at the number 4 team in Division A boys basketball, but they've been handed a couple losses out there in Region 4. And that will bring us to that Division A boys basketball poll released earlier in the week. Kindred, the number 1 team out of Division A at 19-1. Devils Lake is 18-1. They're the number 2 team in the state. Number 3 is Shiloh Christian. They're 17-3. Number 4 is Killdeer, 17-3. And number 5 is Thompson at 14-5. Those other teams receiving votes in the Division A boys basketball poll was Four Winds Minnewacan, 13-6. Beulah, 13-6. And then Wahpeton receiving votes. They're 13-7. And look at some of your Division A games this evening. We have number 2, Devils Lake takes on number 5, Thompson. Carrington is at Grafton. Hillsborough Central Valley is at Four Winds Minnewacan. Kindred is at Central Cass. And Valley City is at Wahpeton in Division A boys basketball this evening. And looking at your Division B boys basketball poll, number 1 team in the state is Wilton Wing at 19-0. Also undefeated at number 2 is North Border. They're 19-0. Number 3 is West Hope Newburgh, 17-2. Number 4, Bishop Ryan at 18-1. Number 5, Our Redeemers is 17-2. Midway Minto, number 6 at 17-2. Oaks is 16-3, moving up a couple spots. They're the number 7 team in the state. Number 8 is New Rockford Cheyenne at 16-3. 9 is Hankinson, 16-3. And number 10 is Velva at 16-3. So Oaks moved up in the standings out of Division B, and Hankinson dropped down a couple. And then other teams receiving votes, you have Central McLean at 14-4, Mulhall, Lansford, Sherwood at 15-4. And those are your latest Division B boys basketball boys basketball poll. Division B boys basketball right now starting their district tournaments. So some of that district action that's already taken place or underway this evening. Out of District 1, we have the number 1 seed Oaks Tornadoes out of District 1 taking on number 8 Richland. Then out of District 1, you had number 4 Maple River takes on the number 5 seed Wyndmere. And then the game this evening, or the evening games, was number 2 out of District 1 Hankinson taking on number 7 Tri-State. And then number 3 Barnes County North takes on Sargent County. And the number 6 seed, that was out of District 1 boys basketball tournament. And then out of District 2, number 1 seed is Edgeley Colmwell-Pilliard. They take on number 8 Strasburg Zeeland. Number 4 Medina out of District 2 takes on number 5 Ellendale. And number 2 Lytton HMB takes on number 7 Kidder County. And number 3 Lemoore Litchfield Marion takes on the number 6 seed Napoleon Gackel Streeter. That's your District 2 boys basketball tournament. So those games or those district tournaments in the Class B side underway this evening, and those are the games out of District 1 and District 2 that have either already taken place or underway. And that looks like a good time for a break. So we'll take a 30-second break. We'll come back here. We're going to recap that Division A girls basketball, some of our region champions and their state qualifying games coming up. You'll be able to find a lot of those games on yourliveevent.com. We're going to step away for a 30-second break.
I've got a planter in the shop, and I had the guys from Agassiz Precision Ag come over and do an inspection.
You upgrading systems or working on maintenance?
Both, actually. We walked some fields last summer and found areas where we can improve. So we are installing Delta Force and some new opening discs.
I bet we're in the same boat. I should give them a call.
Yep, they'll come out and look over the planter with you and put a plan together. They are the guys I go to for answers.
Agassiz Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. Call 701-636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
Hey, Lisbon, it's time to rally behind our...
All right, yourliveevent.com as we're approaching our starting lineups and opening tip-off this evening between the Lisbon Broncos, Northern Cass Jaguars. Should be a good one on your Live Event. Recap that Division A girls basketball. Your region champions out of Division A. Region 1 champion was Valley City. They defeated Northern Cass by a score of 55-47. Like I said, Northern Cass coming on in this tournament, finishing in second. And then your region champions out of Division 2 in girls basketball was Devils Lake. They defeated Carrington 65-31. Region 3 girls champion in Division A was Rugby. They defeated Turtle Mountain by a score of 56-38 in the championship game. And then your region champion out of Region 4 is Dickinson Trinity. They defeated Hazen by a score of 63-47. And then your girls state basketball qualifying games there tomorrow. So they'll take place tomorrow at selected sites. You have Northern Cass out of Region 1. The number 2 team takes on the Region 2 number 3 Thompson. Then you have Carrington, the Region 2 number 2 team takes on the Region 1 number 3 Kindred. And then another game is Region 3 number 2 Turtle Mountain takes on Region 4 number 3 Shiloh Christian. And then the final play or state qualifier game in Division A girls basketball is Region 4 number 2 Hazen takes on Region 3 number 3 South Prairie Max. And you're see if we can get this Division B girls basketball here in our pregame show. So your district Division B girls basketball region champions is out of Region 1. It was Lemoore Litchfield Marion. They defeated Lytton HMB in the championship game by a score of 45-29. Region 2 is Langdon. Region 3 champions out of Division B girls basketball, Lewis and Clark Berthold. And then your Region 4 champion for Division B girls basketball was Grant County Mott Region. So that's just a recap of that Division A girls basketball, your region champions, your state qualifying games, and then your Division B girls basketball region champions. As we're heading in now into tonight's contest, we're going to step away as we're going to go into the national anthem here at Lisbon High School and come back for the starting lineups and opening tip-off.
The Lisbon Bronco Athletic Boosters are sending all our best wishes to the Broncos as they hit the court and field this season. The Lisbon Bronco Athletic Boosters are proud to support our teams and community. Let's show our Broncos that we're with them every step of the way. Go Broncos! Your dedication and spirit makes us all proud. From all of us at the Lisbon Bronco Athletic Boosters, we're cheering for you.
R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is accepting applications for a broadcast sales representative. Applicant should be self-motivated, organized, have ability to communicate clearly, and the desire to help our customer partners grow their business with customer service for their advertising and marketing needs. All experience levels are encouraged to apply. To apply, email your resume to apply@rjbroadcasting.com. R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is an equal opportunity employer.
Wallach Johnson Insurance is your friendly neighborhood team of qualified insurance professionals proudly serving the community for over 40 years. As an experienced independent agency, they partner with top-rated insurance companies to provide affordable and tailored solutions for farm, crop, business, home, and auto insurance. When it comes to crop insurance, Walt and Grant deliver unmatched expertise and personalized service. With the March 15th sales closing deadline approaching, now is the perfect time to trust your crop protection needs to the team who puts you first. To get started with a free quote, head to nd-insure.com for more info.
At Bank North, we strive to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. One transaction, one relationship, and one community at a time. We do it by supporting kids and schools, pitching in to help neighbors in need, partnering with rural businesses, and providing all the traditional and modern banking products and personalized lending services you expect from a reliable financial partner. Bank North. Always true.
All right, welcome back here at LiveEvent.com. National Anthem complete. Now we're back to our starting lineups here for Division A, Region 1 boys basketball. Starting with your Northern Cass Jaguars, we have guard 5'6" junior, number 2, Miles Froelich. Then we have forward 5'10" sophomore, number 3, Hudson Reichel. Center 6'3" senior, number 4, Trey Hussar. Guard 5'8" junior, number 30, Parker Zeisk. And center 6'1" senior, number 34 is Sam Nelson. The Jaguars are coached by Bryce Laxdale and assisted by Chad Whitner and Colby Vanderwall. And now the Lisbon Broncos, the home team on the scoreboard this evening. Starting at guard is 5'9" junior, number 2, Cam Cordero. Guard 6'3" senior, number 3, Lincoln Adair. Guard 6'3" senior, number 22, Elliot Welter. Guard 6'1" junior, number 24, Jordan Bittner. And center 6'5" senior, number 44, Parker Tapson. The Broncos are coached by Jason Coonsey in his second year, assisted by Brad Bittner and Justin Ranke. And just turning back to that Bank North scoreboard, just to recap, the Broncos and Northern Cass met up back on the 21st of January, and that was a game played up at Northern Cass, where Northern Cass won in a tightly contested contest, 59-58 over the Lisbon Broncos. Both teams on a win streak. The Broncos on a 3-game, Northern Cass on a 4-game win streak coming into tonight's contest. So we expect this one to be just as entertaining as that game up in Northern Cass. So the starting lineups out of the way. Now 8 minutes on the clock here for our first quarter in our tip-off. As the Broncos linking it air out there for Lisbon with the tip-off. And that goes to Northern Cass. Here's Froelich with the ball. Was over to Hussar. Back over to Nelson. Now to Froelich's going to go right side. Reichel back to Froelich. Over to Hussar, left side. Working it back around. That's Nelson. That was Zeisk inside to Hussar. Almost stolen away. Ball's on the floor. Turnover. Adair with the steal. Cordero brings it down court. Here's Bittner going to work back around to Cordero. So first possession by Northern Cass is a turnover. Back to Bittner. Here's Elliot Welter with the start for the Broncos. Works it inside to Adair. A little fadeaway. Rebound by Tampson. Tampson with the offensive board. Broncos with another one. This one ended up going to Bittner on the loose ball. So 7:03 on the clock. That's for 3. No good. Elliot Welter up over the back, and looks like he's going to foul or ended up with the foul over the back. So Welter with the foul, no points in the game. First 1 minute and 3 seconds. The Broncos with a couple offensive board, aggressive inside the paint. Welter ends up picking up a foul, nice little pick, screen set up. A ball tapped out for 3, off no good. Rebound, there's Nelson with the rebound. Kicks it back out to Hussar. Offensive boards coming in big. Hussar goes up, off the glass and good for 2 for Trey Hussar. Here's Cordero, misses, a little bit long, Tapson with the rebound, winning the battle inside. Can't convert on it. And we have another foul. That ball on the line. 6:16 on the clock. Broncos with the ball. Northern Cass up 2-0. Open is Bittner for 3. That's off, no good. Trying to find the range of the Broncos. Hussar with the rebound. He brings it down court. We're in the black headband. That's knocked away. Cordero with the quick hands. Takes another swat at it. Reichel with the ball. He's going to drive inside. Holds up. Free throw line. Gets it back out to Hussar. Over here to Froelich. Froelich's going to drive in. Free throw line. Goes left side. Off the glass. No good. Rebound, Cordero. Cordero down court. Loose ball. That's stolen away by Reichel. Hussar brings it down. Here's Reichel on the left side. He's going to drive in. Free throw line. Back out to Froelich. Works it around to Zeisk. Zeisk inside here to Nelson. Rolls around, no good. Nelson gets his own rebound, puts it up, and he's fouled. So good work, good hustle inside by Nelson. Bodies collide inside. A foul going against Adair. Nelson puts it up. First one's no good. Still 2-0. 5:23 on the clock. And sub in for Northern Cass, Brooks Crockett in the game. Second one, no good. Rebound, Owen Gilbert in the game for the Broncos. So Gilbert with the board. 2 missed free throws for Nelson. Bittner with the ball. Looking patient. Works it over to Elliott. Left side. Working back around to the right side to Bittner. Adair on the inside. Bittner drives in. Pulls back from the free throw line. Off, no good. Off the mark. Rebound by Crockett. Down court is Froelich. Little screen set up by Nelson. He's going to go to the right side. Stolen away by Cordero with the steal. So another turnover. Here's Cordero inside Gilbert, and a foul by Nelson. So Gilbert on the left side draws the foul. 4:38 on the clock in the first quarter. It's still 2-0. I said that last contest, that one's good for Gilbert. So that game played up in Northern Cass on the, let's see if I can find it again, on the 21st of January. It's 58-59. Northern Cass came out on top of that. Gilbert converts. Broncos tie it up off the free throws of Gilbert. Makes the coach happy. Here's Hussar. Oh, tried to feed it in. Not stolen away by Gilbert. Gilbert off the bench with the rebound. 2 free throws and a steal. Here's Walters going to go left side baseline. Turn back. Here's Cordero. Cordero's going to drive left side. Didn't have an opening. Turn back. Turns around. Crockett with the defense and the rebound here for Crockett. Comes down court. Gives a little fake. Goes left side off the glass and in for 2. So Crockett with the couple head fakes. Take it back around to the left side off the glass and good for 2. 3:54 on the clock. Northern Cass is up 4-2. Bittner with the ball. Works it over to Welter on the left side. Gilbert back to Bittner. Tried to work it inside to Adair. That's stolen away by Reichel. So turnover by the Broncos. So you don't see that happen too often. Ball handling skills for Lincoln Adair. The ball stolen away. Broncos with 2 fouls in the quarter. 3:22 on the clock. Here's Froelich. So Chris Hoyland in the game. Trying to remember if he's quarterback up there for Northern Cass. His name's familiar, and he draws a foul. That was inside to Hussar. So foul, now the third one. This one going against Gilbert. Hussar goes to the line. First shot, no, goes in. So hit the back of the rim, front of the rim, and just was able to catch the lip and went back in for Hussar. Now the 3-point lead in the first quarter, 3:07. That shot, the same thing, rolls around and good for 2. Now 6-2, 4-point lead for Northern Cass. In the first quarter, 3:03 on the clock. Adair left side to Jake Lyons in the game. Love to see Jake in the game. Makes an impact to Gilbert. A little bit too much on the shot by Gilbert. Crockett with the rebound. He's going to bring it down court. Left side. Drives in now. Switches up to the right off the glass. No good. Rebound Adair. And looks like we have a foul. So Hoppy in the game. Hoppy, the all-star running back for Northern Cass. And football down here, now with Broncos. Adair inbounds it to Bittner. The Gilbert goes right side. Cordero back to the left side, left corner. Adair for 3. Puts it off, no good. And a rebound here for Reichel. Hussar brings it down court. Hussar directing traffic. 25 seconds on the shot clock. Going to go right side, opened up the lane, off the glass, high off the glass. No good. A little bit too much off it with the left-handed shot. Rebound by Bittner. Broncos quickly down court. Cordero to Lions. 2:06 on the clock. Adair left side, works it into Gilbert. Gilbert with the mismatch. Going to turn around left side, up and in. An easy layup for Gilbert. Nice move off the bench with 4 points. Leading scorer for the Broncos. Should say he has all 4 points for Lisbon. Now 6-4 is the score. It's in the first quarter, minute 45 on the clock. Here's Crockett with the ball. Left side, he whips it back around. And stolen away. Here's Reichel, loose ball still on the floor. So Hussar able to get control. Tried to work it back inside. Last tipped by the Broncos. Just trying to keep up with the subs in the game. So it looks like right now we have Hoppy, Crockett with the three, good. Crockett gets open on the left side and drains the three-pointer. Cordero with the ball is going to go left side. Here's Lions. Top of the key, back now. Cordero's going to work it back around. The top's going to go right side, turn back. Crockett with the defense, hand in the face. Rebound, easy rebound, not contested for Froelich. Froelich's going to bring it down, turns back out, minute on the clock in the first quarter. Froelich works it back around. Crockett steps back, three-pointer. He's on fire, no good. Just a little bit short for Crockett. Jake Lyons going to go right side. Nice screen set up by Gilbert. Lyons not able to convert. Turnover by the Broncos. Give Froelich the steal on the, that's underneath the basket. Adair with the block shot. Broncos in the game clock about a second off. Three for Bittner. No good. Rebound again by Froelich. Might be the shortest play on the court for Northern Cass with a couple rebounds in the first quarter, down to 20 seconds. No time on the shot clock. So Froelich defended by Jake Lyons. Lyons with the quick hands, not able to get the ball. Now to Hussar, Crockett for three. That's off, no good. Rebounded there. Cordero with the ball. He's going to pull up for three. Oh, and just misses here for Cordero. Let that one fly from downtown, not able to convert. And up on your Bank North scoreboard. 9-4 at the end of the first quarter. In favor of the Northern Cass Jaguars. So that's your Bank North scoreboard. Where good sportsmanship is a valuable trait that goes far beyond the game. For Bank North, it is achieved by helping your customers pursue their dreams and financial goals while supporting and improving our great rural communities. It's values-based banking. To learn more, visit banknorth.bank. That's banknorth.bank. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. That is your Bank North scoreboard update. And we will step away, take a word from our sponsors, come back in 30 seconds.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Growers, prepare your...
All right, folks, welcome back. This game now, a 5-point lead for Northern Cass. The biggest of the game for Northern Cass. So they led the entire game. Off the bench, Gilbert for the Broncos with 4 points, or all 4 points. Here's Cordero from three. He gets open, had a good look at it. Ball still loose. Here's Froelich with another rebound. So he has 3 in the game. Works it back around. Crockett again for three. This looks good. Crockett drains it again. Crockett with 5 in the first quarter. Now a three-pointer, another three-pointer. He has 2 in the game. Here's Elliott to Gilbert. Broncos down 12-4, down by 8. Northern Cass trying to break this one open. Cordero's going to go right side, give him some room. High off the glass, he draws the foul. Looks like that foul may be going against Crockett. Nope. So they give it to Nelson. Nelson with 2 in the game. Cordero to shoot 2. Cordero's first shot, no good. Said the one weak spot or weak part of Cam's game right now is just his free throw shooting. It frustrates him. Otherwise, just a great all-around player, and he makes the second one. So Cordero now 12-5, 7-point lead. Here's Reichel's going to go right side baseline. Turned back by Gilbert and Adair with the defense. Froelich has the ball, top of the key, and works it back around to the left side. Gets it over to Husar. It's going to go left side, blocked by Welter. Welter picks up the block. Adair with the ball, directing traffic. Left side, should say right side to Bittner, now left side. Adair works inside the lane, going to turn around inside the lane, puts it up and off the glass, good for 2 for Adair. Adair's first 2 points of the game, now 12-7. 5-point lead. Bank North scoreboard at the end of the first quarter, it was 4-9 in favor of the Northern Cass Jaguars. And looking here, so that was Froelich with the ball, gets it over to Husar left side. Back to Reichel, inside to Crockett, moving through the lane, had a good look at it. Not able to feed it to him. Going to the left side, right side, switches it up as Froelich for 2. Froelich went to the left, scooped it with his right, off the glass and good. And Cordero draws another foul. So Froelich picks up the foul. Tapson in the game, Cordero on the bench for the Broncos. 14-7, 7-point lead for Northern Cass, 5:47 on the clock. Broncos ball, Adair to inbounds, has Welter high over the top to Bittner on the inbounds, 5:43. Now Adair, top of the key, back to Bittner, works it around right side to Welter, back to Adair, he has Gilbert, left corner, Welter's wide open right corner. Welter's going to take the three-pointer, that's long, no good, a little bit too much crashing in, we're going to, no foul. And it looks like there is. That was a whole lot of elbows and bodies flying around there. So it looks like Hoppy picks up the foul. His second. 3 team fouls now with 5:27. So Northern Cass with 3 team fouls in this quarter. The Broncos with none. Magic number of 5 to send him to the line. Adair for 3. Launches it, no good. The Broncos cold shooting from the three-point land. Works it down to Crockett. Crockett's going to step up. That's no good. Air ball. That was a rebound by Hoppy. Here's Husar. Husar directing traffic. 5:02, 19 seconds on the shot clock. Now under 5 minutes on the game clock. Back over, here's Hoppy behind the three-point land. Works top of the key, back over to left side. Husar's going to take it in, left side, off the glass, draws the foul. He's going to the line for 2. So Welter is going to pick up the foul. That's the Broncos' first team foul in the quarter, second of the game for Welter. Husar is good. He has 3 points in the game. I should say now he has 5 points in the game. All coming from free throws. He had 4 in the first quarter. Crockett with 5 in the first quarter. Another three-pointer. He has 8 in the game. Off the bench. Rebound. That second shot no good. Rebound by Bittner. And off Cordero. And the Northern Cass coach upset about something over there. But Cordero's going to go to the line for Lisbon. Broncos down by 8. 15-7. Cordero, first shot misses. Gilbert comes back in. Welter takes a seat. Timeout here for Northern Cass. Up on the Bank North scoreboard. 15-7 with the timeout by Northern Cass here, broadcasting from your Stock Growers Bank broadcast booth. As we're always high atop the bleachers on the south side of the gymnasium. From Stock Growers Bank, it's your small town bank and big time partner with the Stock Growers mobile app. Experience banking at your fingertips anytime, anywhere. Bank near so you can go far with Stock Growers Bank. That's member FDIC and equal housing lender. This is your Stock Growers Bank broadcast booth as we will step away for a 30-second timeout.
Against the wet conditions for 2025 and beyond with a drain tile project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free, detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
All right, welcome back after the timeout. Cordero goes to the line and makes it. Wasn't able to ice Cordero. He makes the second one. There's Froelich, gets it into Hussar, working inside. That was Hoppy underneath the basket, and a big block by Bittner. Bittner still with no points in the game. He has 3 rebounds and a block shot. Tapson with 2 rebounds. Welter with a block shot, no points. Adair with 2 points in the game, a steal and a rebound for Lisbon. That's off, bounces around, no good. The shot by Reichel, rebound Bittner. Here's the old Gilbert inside the lane, up off the fingertips, and good for Gilbert. So Gilbert with 6 points off the bench for Lisbon. 15-10, keeping Lisbon in the game is Owen Gilbert right now. Northern Cass works it over left side. That's for 3, off no good, a little bit short by Froelich. Rebound by Jake Lyons. And that was Gilbert with the 3-point bucket. Now 15-13. That was Adair with the foul. As he was vertical, or I should say horizontal. Vertical and horizontal. He left his feet trying to get that ball, and he called with the foul. He has second in the game. Second team fouled by the Broncos in the quarter. 3:34 on the clock. Bank North scoreboard now. The lead only cut down to 2 for Northern Cass. That 3-pointer by Owen Gilbert. Now with 9 points in the game for Lisbon. Off the bench, that's Crockett. This is for 3. That's out, no good. Nelson, and that's tipped out by the Broncos, so Nelson scrambles for it. For Northern Cass, tipped out by the Broncos. Here's Reichel to inbounds. 3:23 on the game clock. New shot clock for Northern Cass. Froelich working around the right side. Crockett works it inside. Hussar has it. Over back to Froelich, who worked it inside, and he's fouled driving inside the lane. So Jake Lyons picks up the foul. And Lions with the defense, going baseline. Froelich lays it up, reverse layup, and good for Froelich. 17-13, leading back to 4, 2:50 on the game clock. Cordero right side, works it in Jake Lyons. Now hands back off to Cordero, top of the key. Cordero hands off to Dare's going to go right side, working inside the lane. Tried to get it through and feed it through. And off the foot of the Jaguars. And all that traffic, so they kicked the ball. Looks like we have a timeout here, this time called by Coach Jason Coonsey of the Lisbon Broncos. So take another look at that Bank North scoreboard with 2:36 on the clock at 17-13 in favor of Northern Cass.
At Nedham Seeds Caledonia for LCS wheat seed varieties, Trigger, Cannon, and 2 new varieties named Buster and Dual. Call Rocky Nedham Seeds Caledonia. They also have proven wheat seed SY Velda from AgriPro. Your local Pioneer dealer, Rocky Nedham Seeds Caledonia, with corn, soybean, sunflower, and alfalfa seed for your farm and SeedX sugar beet seeds. Call Rocky 701-430-1149, Nedham Seeds Caledonia.
All right, welcome back. Your liveevent.com. The 4-point lead for Northern Cass with 2:36 on the clock in the second quarter. So implications of the game this evening, seeding implications right now. Northern Cass right now the number 3 team in Region 1. Broncos the number 4 team. Northern Cass with the edge in this as they picked up a win over the Broncos on the 21st of January by a score of 58-59. Here's Bittner now to Adair. Bittner's going to drive in right side, puts it up off the fingertips, gets his own rebound, and put back is good for Bittner. Bittner with his first 2 points of the game. Now with 2:17, back to the 2-point lead. Approaching halftime. That's fed inside Nelson. Great pass from Hussar to Nelson. So Nelson with his first 2 points. Couple rebounds, missed 2 free throws in the first quarter. That's Gilbert, gives it to Cordero. So the Broncos' big shooters not heated up yet. Bittner back to Adair. Adair's going to work right side center lane, puts it up off the glass, bounces out, no good. Rebound here for Reichel. Reichel with a couple rebounds, 2 steals in the game for Northern Cass. Froelich with the ball, works it over right side. Hussar in the lane, going up against Gilbert, turns around off the glass, and good for 2 for Hussar. 6-point lead for Northern Cass, minute 24 on the game clock. In the second quarter, Cordero finds an opening right side, turns the corner, and good for 2 off the layup. So Cordero turned on the Jets. He has 4 points in the game. 2 of 4 from the free throw line for the Broncos. Hussar with the ball. With a minute on the game clock, 22 seconds on the shot clock. Working him back around, so Northern Cass wants to burn some time off the game clock. Looking to take this lead into the halftime break. There's Hussar up off the glass. Good, bounces around, good for 2 for Hussar. Hussar with 9 points in the game. Had 4 in the first quarter, 5 in the second. As Cordero loses it, Tapson able to get it to Tapson. Tapson put it up, no good. So good effort by the Broncos there as Cordero almost lost it. Was able to just tap it over to Parker Tapson. Yeah, now no time left on the game or on the shot clock. 14 seconds left in the game clock. So Northern Cass playing for the last shot of the quarter and of the half. That's Froelich back to Hussar. That's batted away by Gilbert. Gilbert with the last shot. So Northern Cass took a little bit too long to let that play develop. And the Broncos take the last shot of the quarter, but they're down on the Bank North scoreboard by 6, 23-17 going into halftime. And just ahead is the Olson Accounting halftime show here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Every Wednesday night at 7, watch the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation. Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region as we'll hear from area coaches in North Dakota and Minnesota. Plus, we'll highlight area high school seniors and their achievements in the classroom and on the court with our Senior Spotlight. That's the YourLiveEvent.com Coaches Show presented by the Hillsborough Economic Development Corporation, Wednesday nights at 7 on YourLiveEvent.com.
Halstead Telephone Company delivers fast broadband internet, telephone, and cable TV to residents in this region, including Halstead, Shelley, Neilsville, Climax, Fisher, Bigland, Gentilly in Minnesota, and Hillsborough, Caledonia, Gardner, and Argosville, North Dakota. Serving the area residents since 1904, Halstead Telephone continues to create a bright future for this region using 100% fiber optic technology. Service plans offer flexibility and choices, and there's local support personnel ready to help. Contact Halstead Telephone Company today.
What's going on today?
I've got a planter in the shop, and I had the guys from Agassiz Precision Ag come over and do an inspection.
You upgrading systems or working on maintenance?
Both, actually. We walked some fields last summer and found areas where we can improve. So we are installing Delta Force and some new opening discs.
I bet we're in the same boat. I should give them a call.
Yep, they'll come out and look over the planter with you and put a plan together. They are the guys I go to for answers.
Agassiz Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. Call 701-636-2119 or planter.com.
All right, YourLiveEvent.com as we're back here for this Olson Accounting halftime show. Your halftime entertainment is the Lisbon Gymnastics show team here for halftime. This is your Olson Accounting halftime halftime show. If you need help with your monthly accounting and payroll, let Cindy and your staff give you a hand. Rely on the friendly team of professionals at Olson Accounting for your tax and accounting needs. Go to colsoncpa.com. That's colsoncpa.com. Your Olson Accounting halftime show. As we will just turn down the mic volume for a minute so you can enjoy the halftime show. We'll come back with our stats, but we'll keep it right here for the gymnastics show team here from Lisbon. All right, welcome everybody. This is your Olson Accounting halftime show with the Lisbon Gymnastics show team. Their halftime entertainment here inside the Lisbon High School Gymnasium as we're broadcasting from the Stock Growers Bank broadcast booth. We have your halftime stats here in the game for the Lisbon Broncos. Your leading scorer for Lisbon is off the bench. Owen Gilbert for Lisbon had 4 points in the first quarter. The only 4 points of the quarter for the Broncos. As the score at the end of the first quarter was 9-4. So Gilbert with the lone 4 points for Lisbon in that first quarter. He scores 5 more, with leading the Broncos with 9 in the game. He had a 3-point basket, big 3-point basket that pulled the Broncos within 2. Then Northern Cass was able to pull away the last 2 minutes of the quarter. So Gilbert for the Broncos with 9 points, 2 rebounds for Gilbert, and a steal. Then we have Cam Cordero with 4 points in the game. He was 2 of 4 from the free throw line. So he had no points in the first quarter, scoring all of his in the second quarter for 4 points in the game. Lincoln Adair with 2 points in the game. And Jordan Bittner with 2 points in the game. So that is the scoring for the Lisbon Broncos. Also off the bench for Lisbon was Jake Lyons, held scoreless. Lyons with a rebound, picking up a couple fouls. And in fouls for Lisbon, Lincoln Adair with 2, Walter with 2. It's like I have Gilbert with 1 and Lyons with 2 fouls. Broncos from the free throw line were 4 of 6 from the free throw line in this game. And then looking at the Northern Cass Jaguars, leading scorer for the Northern Cass Jaguars is Trey Hussar. Hussar with 9 points in the game. He had 4 in the first quarter. He is 3 of 4 from the free throw line. He has 9 in the game. And then off the bench for Northern Cass, off the bench with 8 points, is Brooks Crockett. He had 5 in the first quarter, put a 3-point bucket in the second quarter. He has 2 3-pointers in the game. He has 8 coming off the bench with 3 rebounds for Crockett. Then we have Froelich with 4 points in the game. He has 3 rebounds and a steal. And then Nelson The big guy underneath wearing the 34 jersey has 2 points in the game with 2 rebounds. He's 0 of 2 for the free throw line. Just have to mention Hussar 3 of 4 from the free throw line. Northern Cass going 3 of 6 from the free throw line in the first half of play. Look at some of that other stats. They have Reichel with 2 steals and 2 rebounds. And Crockett, I already mentioned him with his 3 rebounds. And then Hoppy with 2 rebounds coming off the bench. Also in the game for Northern Cass was Hoyland. And just looks like that's our staff, our halftime stats, unofficial stats for halftime here with the Northern Cass Jaguars and Lisbon Broncos. Your leading scorers off the bench is Owen Gilbert for the Broncos. And for the Northern Cass Jaguars, it's Trey Hussar with 9 points. As we will step away, we'll take a word from our sponsors. We'll come back for the second half of play and broadcasting from the Stockholders Bank broadcast booth. We're back in 30 seconds.
Hey Lisbon, it's time to rally behind our favorite team. The Lisbon Bronco Athletic Boosters are sending all our best wishes to the Broncos as they hit the court and field this season. The Lisbon Bronco Athletic Boosters are proud to support our teams and community. Let's show our Broncos that we're with them every step of the way. Go Broncos! Your dedication and spirit makes us all proud. From all of us at the Lisbon Bronco Athletic Boosters, we're cheering for you.
R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is accepting applications for a broadcast sales representative. Applicant should be self-motivated, organized, have ability to communicate clearly, and the desire to help our customer partners grow their business with customer service for their advertising and marketing needs. All experience levels are encouraged to apply. To apply, email your resume to apply@rjbroadcasting.com. R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is an equal opportunity employer.
All right, welcome back for your Olson Accounting halftime show as we had those game time stats. Your leading scorer, Owen Gilbert for Lisbon Broncos and Trey Hussar for the Northern Cass Jaguars. Both players with 9 points in the game. And with about a minute remaining as we wait this second half, your score at the end of the first quarter was 4-9 in favor of Northern Cass. And now with the 6-point lead heading out of halftime, Northern Cass leads the Lisbon Broncos 17-23. So these teams, 2 teams met up back in January, the 21st of January. Northern Cass defeated the Broncos. That was an away game for the Broncos. Northern Cass defeated Lisbon by a score of 58-59. So Northern Cass right now the number 3 team out of Region 1. The Broncos the number 4 team as far as records. So a game with some seeding implications heading into the region play, that region tournament coming up for Region 1, or all, I should say, all of Division A, the 10th through the 12th of March. And the Region 1 boys basketball is at the Sanford Health Athletic Complex on the NDSU campus. And then the Division A boys basketball state qualifier games are on the 15th of March. And the state tournament for Division A boys basketball is the 20th to the 22nd of March at the Bismarck Event Center. So now going into the second half, heading into the third quarter. Here for Lisbon. Welter still yet to get involved in this game. He had a big block shot in the first quarter. Just waiting for Elliott Welter to catch fire out of some of the Broncos. They're big-time scorers or big scorers in the game here with Cordero, Welter, and Adair just not able to get anything going, along with Bittner. Bittner with just 2 points in the game, Welter with none. Adair with only 2, and that's right away. And that shot put up no good by Zeisk. Rebound here for Bittner. And a foul as Adair turns the corner on the baseline. Ziski with the foul. Ziski with the foul. Cordero to inbound. Broncos down by 6. Start of the third quarter. Bittner's going to pull it down. Steps to the left side. Back top of the key. And Cordero loses it. Turnover by the Broncos. The Broncos' first possession of the quarter results in a turnover. And the same way Northern Cass started out their first possession in that first quarter. Works inside to Hussar. Hussar's going to go up left side. Takes the big step around Welter and good for 2. So Derer brings it down for Lisbon. Back to Bittner. Broncos on their home court. See if they can get heated up here in the scoring column. Cordero's going to work inside. Back to Welter. Welter in the lane, turns around off the tip of the fingers, no good. That was a rebound by Reichel. So Froelich brings it down court. To Zayski. Or left corner, that's an air ball, no good. Put up by Reichel, rebound by Welter. Here's Bittner for 3, that's off the mark. Battle underneath to Nelson with the rebound. Nelson with 2 points in the game, 3 rebounds. 0 of 2 from the free throw line. Loose ball goes out. Northern Cass maintains possession. So Northern Cass with 1 team foul, they have the 8-point lead. I think that's the biggest of the game. Has been that 8-point mark. Northern Cass just not able to break it open every time the Broncos find a way to come back and reel in Northern Cass. And it looks like Brooks Crockett in the game. Reichel takes a seat. He got some kind of an injury down there, taking care of it. Here's Hussar. He's going to be left open. Baseline goes off the glass and good for 2. For Hussar, just had the big opening. Went up against Welter. Kind of bullied his way in there and good for 2. Now with 13 points in the game. And that's up. Cordero's going to draw the foul on the left side. He's going to line for 2. He's 2 of 4 from the free throw line in the first half. Broncos now with a 10-point lead for Northern Cass. Biggest of the game. See if Cordero can get it back down to 8. Cordero's first one is good. So Cameron with 4 points, now 5 points in the game, had 4 points in the first half, all 4 coming in the second quarter. Also with the rebound and a steal for Lisbon. Second one's good, so good indications there from Cordero. Now with 6 points in the game, 27-19, back to the 8-point lead. Here's Froelich with the ball, takes it left side. That's to Reichel, back to Froelich, has Crockett, right corner. Looking for somebody open, gets it back to Froelich. To Reichel, has Nelson in the lane. Gilbert there with the defense for the Broncos. Froelich trying to work his way baseline, going to go underneath for 3 from Crockett. Good for 3. So Brooks Crockett now with 3 3-pointers in the game. Has 11 points. 2 players in double digits for Northern Cass. 13 for Hussar and 11 for Crockett. Cordero is going to go left side. Turned back out by Hussar with the defense. Back to Bittner. Top of the key, goes left side. Drives in, pulls back. Jumper no good. Rebound, loose ball. Froelich drives down court. Feeds it to Nelson. And the foul by Welter with the hack-a-shack underneath by Welter. Welter with his 3rd of the game. First team foul of the quarter for the Broncos. 2 team fouls in the quarter for the Jaguars. Nelson 0 for 2, now 0 for 3 from the free throw line. He has 2 points in the game. So Welter takes the seat with the 3 fouls. Yeah, Colby Mollison coming off the bench. Rolls around and good for Nelson. So Nelson now 1 of 4 from the free throw line for Northern Cass. 31-19. Now the 12-point lead. So 12-point lead, biggest lead of the game. 31-19. Bittner pulls back. Adair, top of the key, back to Bittner, left side. Adair working inside. Tapson has the open lane, no good. That was tapped away by Hoppy. Well, maybe not. That was Hoyland. And the rebound, that's for three. That's a big shot by Hussar. The thing almost touched the ceiling. Yeah, it looks like that is a foul. So Hoyland with the foul. So I'm going to give Hoyland rebound and a block on that last exchange underneath the basket with Tapson. 31-19, 4:35 on the game clock. 24 seconds on the shot clock. Back to Cordero, left side, Adair. Bittner for three. That's good for three for Bittner. So the Broncos not able to do much inside. Northern Cass shutting that down. We'll see now Bittner with 5 points in the game. Goes baseline, puts it up good behind the backboard. And that was good for Reichel. His first 2 points in the game come up big. Answers back. And Cordero with the travel inside. Turnover by the Broncos. Froelich with the defense. Cordero drags the foot. Not able to put on the brakes inside the lane. Back to the 11-point lead. 33-22. Under 4 minutes remaining in the third quarter. There's Froelich. Defended by Cordero. Froelich turns around. Spin move. And looks like Bittner draw with the foul. So second of the quarter for the Broncos. Northern Cass with 3 team fouls. Tapson takes a seat. Gilbert back in the game. Gilbert still the leading scorer for the Broncos with 9 points in the first half of play. He had 4 in the first, 5 in the second. Here's that was a Reichel turn back. Reichel puts up the 3-pointer, rolls off the back, front of the rim to the back. Rebound by Adair. Adair with 2 points in the game. Bittner's going to go, pulls back. Inside the lane and good for 2 for Bittner. So Bittner with 7 points in the game. 9-point lead for Lisbon. Jaguars. Crockett partially blocked by Mouse and saved by Adair. So Adair with the rebound. He saves it. Broncos quickly back down court. Got the ball to Gilbert for 3 from Adair. Top rolls off, no good. Big rebound by Hussar. He goes up above the rim, pulls that down. And looks like a timeout for Northern Cass as Bryce Laxdal says he wants to slow things down a little bit with 3 minutes on the game clock in the third quarter. Up on the Bank North scoreboard, your 9-point lead for Northern Cass, 33-24 over the Lisbon Broncos. We're going to step away for another 30-second timeout.
Wallach Johnson Insurance is your friendly neighborhood team of qualified insurance professionals proudly serving the community for over 40 years. As an experienced independent agency, they partner with top-rated insurance companies to provide affordable and tailored solutions for farm, crop, business, home, and auto insurance. When it comes to crop insurance, Walt and Grant deliver unmatched expertise and personalized service. With the March 15th sales closing deadline approaching, now is the perfect time to trust your crop protection needs to the team who puts you first. To get started with a free quote, head to nd-insure.com for more info.
All right, welcome back. YourLiveEvent.com. We forgot to take off the Olson Accounting halftime show, so 3/4 the way through the third quarter here. 24-33, Northern Cass with the ball, gets it over to Crockett. Stolen away, Cordero, loose ball, big scramble on the floor. And Froelich, head over tea kettle, was able to save it. Got it out to Reichel. Now Hussar with the ball. So great hustle over there by Froelich. Hussar's going to drive inside the lane off the fingertips. That's batted away. Rebound by Mouse. So Colby Mouse in the game with the rebound. He's working left side corner. Now he comes back around top of the key, back to Mouse. Bittner going right side, right corner, back to the top of the key. Cordero inside, Gilbert all alone. Oh, and got a hand on it, but fouled by Crockett. Doesn't look like it was all ball, but Crockett called with a foul. Oh. So Crockett whistled with the foul. 11 points in the game. So from my vantage point, looked like all ball on the foul, but whistled with it. Gilbert to the line, and he makes it for the Broncos. Gilbert, 3 of 3 from the free throw line. Leading scorer for the Broncos, now with 10 in the game. Broncos' first player in double digits. That one off the glass. Now 3 of 4. Hussar with the rebound. Adair with the defense. 26 on the shot clock. Under 2 minutes remaining game clock. There's Froelich, pulls it down. Crockett going to work inside, drives inside the lane. Big hop, skip, and a jump, and a foul. We got Mouse and Bittner inside there. So I think Froelich wanted to get one back. He was determined to drive into the lane and picks up the foul. I think you said 2 can play at that game. So now Crockett to the line. Under 2 minutes remaining. Minute 50 on the game clock. Crockett is good. Now 12 in the game. So Hoppy in the game for Northern Cass. Where's the number 11 jersey? Froelich takes a seat. Froelich with 4 points in the game, all coming in the first half. Now, second shot, no good. Rebound by Gilbert, goes up for it. So Crockett, second shot, no good. 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Here's Adair. Back to, over to Mouse, left side. Cordero's going to go, it drives the lane, and a big block and draws the foul. Cordero goes hard to the floor, clutching his knee. Here Nelson with the foul. The big block by Nelson. Oh, it goes against Hoppy. Okay. So Hoppy with his third, coming off the bench. Cordero makes it. Like I said, good sign for Cordero here now. Last time up, he was 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Now 5 of 7. And 6 of 8 for Cordero. 27-34. 7-point lead, as high as 12 for Northern Cass in this third quarter. Here's directing traffic. There's Reichel is going to try to scoop it. He's fouled underneath. Not sure if that was Gilbert. Somebody comes streaking across. So Bittner picks up the foul. That was Bittner that came streaking through the lane. Picks up the foul. 7-point lead for Northern Cass. Minute 20 on the game clock. Rachel to the line. Rachel puts the first one up, rolls off the front of the rim to the backboard, no good. And second one's good. 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Here with the 8-point lead. There's Hussar with the defense. Bittner gets it to Mollis, top of the key. He's going to go right side to Bittner. Cordero, top of the key, going to drive, goes left side, has an opening, high off the glass, has to go over Hoppy. Rebound by Gilbert. Crockett with the defense. Gilbert off the glass and good. Gilbert with the play off the bench has been the spark for the Broncos. Crockett turnaround. Almost lost it on that right side. Gets it back over now to Reichel. Reichel go on the right side, works it into Hussar. Hussar in the lane, puts it up. He draws the foul. He goes to the heart of the floor. And each team now with 5 fouls in the quarter with 32 seconds remaining. Gilbert picks up the foul. He has 2 in the game. Now each team with 5 fouls in the quarter. 32 seconds remaining. That one's off. Hussar with the air ball. So the left-handed shooter, Hussar, puts it up, no good. He's 0 for 2 for Hussar. He has that left hand heavily taped. There's Cordero with the ball. 6-point lead for Lisbon. Adair's going to go right side, high off the glass, and good against Toffee. Broncos getting back into this, down by 4. 8 seconds left on the clock here in the third quarter. Hussar's going to go coast to coast, drives in the lane, and he's called with the charge. And that'll send a Bronco to the line. So there's 5 fouls in the quarter. Hussar's called with a foul. He's trying to split the defense. Here's Bittner to inbound it. 2 seconds. Cordero puts up the long one off the glass. No good. Adair was celebrating underneath. No good there as we head into the fourth quarter. Broncos down by 4. 31-35 at the end of the third quarter. Up on the Bank North scoreboard here from our Stockgrowers Bank broadcast booth. We'll step away for another 30-second timeout.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions for 2025 and beyond with a drain tile project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free, detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
All right, welcome back. Start of our third quarter there. Kobe Mouse inbounds it to Bittner. Here's Adair. Gets it back out to Cordero. Broncos now within 4. Biggest lead of the game was 12 for Northern Cass in the third quarter. Here's Adair with the ball. Is going to go right side, turn back, goes to the floor. Mouse to Bittner. 13 seconds on the shot clock. Bittner's going to drive in. Gets it to Gilbert. Gilbert and Nelson going at it. Gilbert with the shot and good off the fingertips for Gilbert. Well, Gilbert off the bench. Now with 14 points in the game, leading all scorers. Mouse with the defense, takes a swat at it. Broncos down by 2 points. 35-33, that's for 3 from Hussar. Ooh, big rainbow shot, no good. Rebound, Cordero. Cordero's going to drive right side off and good for 2 for Cordero. So the magician, Cordero, comes up, drives in right side. There's Froelich underneath and fouled. As we're tied up at 35, 6:48 remaining in the game. Froelich is good for 2. There's on the first shot. He has 5 in the game for Froelich. Now 6:48. And the second one rolls off. Rebound Adair. So Adair brings it down court with the rebound. He has 4 in the game for Lisbon. Cordero with the ball. Now to Bittner, top of the key, right side, left side. Mouse back to Adair for 3. Lets it fly in, out. As it hit the cables coming down from that trolley system, and Northern Cass ball. 1 point lead for Northern Cass. That's how it ended with the win by 1 point back on the 21st of January. We are in the fourth quarter with 6:19 on the clock. There's Crockett. Right shell for 3, that's no good. Mouse with the rebound. Mouse with 2 rebounds in the game. Here's Cordero, loses it. Stolen away by Froelich. Froelich all alone. He's turned back, Mouse knocks it out. So Froelich with the steal. He has 2 in the game. And looks like we have a timeout over here by Coach Jason Coonsey up on that Bank North scoreboard. It's 36-35 in favor of Northern Cass as we're broadcasting to you from our Stock Growers Bank broadcast booth. We're going to step away for another 30-second timeout.
Get ready to make a true impact on the farm. Introducing the HDSR series of staggered rippers from Degelman Industries. At the heart of the machine is the HDSR's staggered two-row setup, which allows for better trash flow and lower draft than an inline ripper. Featuring a shorter implement contour length, easier transport, and better compaction shattering ability than the competitors. The HDSR series from Degelman Industries is engineered tough. Visit our website for more information.
All right, welcome back. YourLiveEvent.com. Take a look at the scoring stats of the game. We still have Trey Hussar with 13 points in the game for Northern Cass. In the Broncos, leading scorer of the game, now with 14, is Owen Gilbert off the bench for Lisbon. He had 4 in the first quarter, 9 going into halftime. And now with 3 more points in the third quarter, he has 12, now 14 in the game with 2 points in the fourth. Gilbert with the rebound. Gilbert with 14 points in the game with the rebound. Cordero's going to go right side, followed by Nelson. And Nelson just standing there with his hands in the air. Cordero vaulted off his foot to the basket, draws the foul. Shot rolls around, no good. Cordero can tie it up again. Still the 1-point lead for Northern Cass coming out of that timeout by Coach Jason Coonsey of the Broncos. Cordero, second shot, short, no good. Rebound. There's Nelson and a foul against Gilbert. Gilbert with his third. Nelson with the rebound. Gilbert with the over the back on the foul. 5:41. Froelich gets it into Hussar. Back over to Crockett for 3. Puts it up. That's off the mark. Air ball. Hussar with the rebound. That's for 3. Off, no good. Nelson battling underneath. He and Mouse. So cold shooting by the Jaguars at the end of the third quarter into the fourth. Now 36-35. And that's for 3 from Adair. That's long, no good. Ball batted around, still loose ball. Last touch by the Broncos. All right. And the official from across the court comes over and says, yeah, it was hit out by the Jaguars, and they changed reverse the call. Here's Bittner with the ball. Broncos still down by 1 point, trying to take the lead. Back to Cordero. 27 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Kobe Mouse. Worked it the right side to Cordero. Cordero's going to drive inside the lane, turn around, had an opening. Gets it back out to Mouse from 3. Good for Colby Mouse. So Mouse gives the Broncos the 2-point lead, 4:38 remaining. Here's Hussar. Inside to Nelson. He's working inside, goes up, and that's blocked by Adair. No foul. Adair with the block. The 2-point lead for Lisbon, their first lead of the game. That step back for 3, off no good. Still cold shooting, rebound. Give it to Cordero. Tap to Gilbert. Cordero's going to go right side, and the charge by Cordero. So Cordero with 3 team fouls for the Broncos in the quarter. 4:15 on the clock. They're down or ahead by 2. Look at your quarter breaks. After the end of 1, it was 4-9 in favor of the Jaguars. Going into halftime, 17-23 in favor of Northern Cass. Then a 4-point lead at the end of the third quarter. This is for 3, off, no good. Nelson not able to come down with it. Northern Cass still with the cold shooting in this fourth quarter, only managing 1 point so far. at the end of that third quarter. It was 31-35 in favor of Northern Cass. Here's Adair with the fake, turned back by Hussar with the defense. Cordero's going to try to work it inside. Left side, three-pointer put up. Adair with the rebound. Adair kicks it back out to Cordero. New shot clock for the Broncos. Mouse to Adair to Cordero, left corner. Cordero's going to drive inside the lane, puts it up high, and no good. Rebound by Froelich, quickly down court. He's going to go all the way coast to coast, blocked by Bittner, and he's whistled. Just the block, no foul. And that's play inside, gets it into Reichel, and that's good for two. And we're tied up at 38, 3:02 on the clock in the fourth quarter. We're tied up. Now Northern Cass with 3 points in the quarter. The Broncos with 7. Here's Gilbert. Now Bittner with the ball, back to Cordero, top of the key. To Adair. Adair free throw line to Mouse for 3, off no good. Froelich with the ball. He gets the rebound. Gets it out to Reichel, and the timeout on the floor by Bryce Laxdal, the Northern Cass Jaguars. The head coach calls a timeout as we're heading into 2:28 remaining in the fourth quarter. We're tied up at 38 here from Lisbon High School Gymnasium.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
You don't have to go alone. I will bring you through the storm. I will lift you up. No, you're not on your own. I will be the light that carries you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, after the timeout by the Northern Cass Jaguars, they have the ball tied up at 38, 2:25 on the game clock. Works it back over to Reichel, and we have a call on the floor, a whistle, and a foul. Mouse with the second foul off the bench. He has that three-point basket that gave the Broncos the 2-point lead. Here Northern Cass to inbounds. Gets it to Crockett. Crockett's been quiet this quarter. Crockett with 12 in the game. He had 8 going into halftime. Here's Nelson, give and go, and good for 2 for Nelson. Nelson comes up with big 2 points. Now has 5 in the game. So 2 minutes on the game clock. Here's Cordero. Bittner, left side off the glass, and good. The Broncos answer back. They said, hey, we can do this too. We're tied up once again at 40. Broncos on the home court. Minute 45, student body getting into it on the far side of the gym, and I should say on the north side of the gym, opposite of the Stockgoers Bank broadcast booth. Here's Froelich with the ball, needs some help to Reichel, almost threw it away. Reichel working the top, down to 14 seconds on the shot clock. Back to Froelich, directing traffic, wants somebody over to the right corner. Hussar with the ball. That's for 3, off no good, rebound Adair. And we're down to minute 14. Northern Cass taking a lot of time off the clock. Here's Hussar going up against Bittner. Down to minute 5 remaining. Fourth quarter tied up at 40. Looking at probably 2 more possessions. 1 more for each team, we'll call it. Bittner pulls back, free throw line. That's off no good. Rebound. So that was Reichel with the rebound. 29 seconds on the shot clock. We're timeout by the Northern Cass Jaguars with 43 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. We're tied up at 40 on the Bank North scoreboard. We'll step away for another 30-second timeout.
I will lift you up.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner three. Good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
All right, coming out of this halftime, or I should say coming out of this timeout by the Northern Cass Jaguars. We're tied up at 40 with under 44 seconds remaining. Northern Cass with the ball. There's 28 seconds on the shot clock. Broncos looking to have at least one more possession in the quarter. So Hussar will inbounds. He has 13 points in the game. Looks for Froelich. Froelich with the ball, goes top of the key, directing traffic, down to 24 seconds on the shot clock. Gets it over to Crockett. Crockett looking for Hussar. Hussar's going to drive in, turns around inside the lane, going to put it up over Gilbert. Good for two from Hussar. Hussar with the left-handed shot. Here's Bittner. Hussar is going to foul Bittner. Send him to the line. So they don't want Bittner, the Broncos, putting up the three-point bucket. So they go to the foul. They have two in the game. They have a few to give up, and we have another timeout on the floor in Northern Cass with a 2-point lead up 42-40 as we head into another 30-second timeout.
Let the geeks at GK Technology help you with your agricultural data. Their agronomists know agriculture. When it comes to creating soils and zone maps to maximize yields in your fields, you can trust the people with decades of experience in site-specific agriculture. Everyone at GK Technology has a background in agriculture, so they know what makes a farm run, and they speak your language. The geeks at GK Technology have a map and an app for that.
All right, welcome back here at liveevent.com as Northern Cass takes the 2-point lead off the basket by Hussar. As Coach Bryce Laxdal calls a timeout, draws up the play. Hussar converts on the basket. And now the Broncos with possession as there's no time left on the shot clock. As there's a foul on the floor. Bittner was fouled. Down to 23.8 seconds remaining fourth quarter. See what Coach Coonsey draws up for Lisbon. Cordero with the ball. See what the Broncos do if they go for the win or the tie. Here's a dare. Bittner down to 14 seconds game clock. Cordero's going to drive in, turn back. He's physical inside, and he draws the foul. Going for two from the line. Here's Cordero. Has the foul by Froelich. His second of the game. Cordero going to the line. Cordero with the first shot. And good for Cordero. Down to 10.2 seconds. Cordero last time to line was 0 for 2. But converts on the first one. There's a 10, under 10 seconds, or under 11 seconds. Gets the second one. And another timeout as we're tied up once again at 42. Cordero converts on the free throws for the Broncos. We're tied up at 42 with another 30-second timeout.
And with Bernie Berkemeyer, we're inviting you on a holiday vacations tour. Join us in enchanting Ireland June 25th to July 4th. Experience the ancient history, natural beauty, and the warm hospitality of Ireland. We travel across this beautiful country visiting places like the Kilkenny Castle and the breathtaking cliffs of Moher. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ for more information, or call 888-557-1020 for a free brochure.
All right, we're tied up at 42 apiece. Division A, Region 1 boys basketball. You have the Northern Cass Jaguars riding that 4-game win streak coming into this game tonight. They're 5-4 in the region. The Broncos with a 3-game win streak, they're 4-6. You have the number 3 ranked, or number 3 team in the region, Northern Cass, trying to improve their record and their seed. The Broncos trying to get back into that top 3 standings in the region. With the win, they'd improve to 5-6 in the region. Northern Cass would drop to 5-5. Broncos with another game on the 3rd of March against Oak Grove. As we're tied up here, under 11 seconds remaining. Ball inbounds. Here's Hussar with the ball. Down to 5 seconds. He's going to drive inside. Froelich for 3. That's going to be short, and we're going to overtime. Inside the Lisbon High School Gymnasium, we're into overtime, tied up at 42. And just look at these stats here as we head into our overtime period. We have Cordero. Cordero going 8 of 12 from the free throw line. He hit those 2 free throws in the final 10 seconds to tie the game up. He's 8 of 12 from the free throw line. Right now he has 12 in the game. So 12 points in the game for Cordero. 4 points in the game for Adair going into overtime. Bittner with 9 points in the game for Lisbon. Gilbert with 14 for the Broncos. And see if we can get Northern Cass here as we head into overtime. We have Froelich with 7 points in the game for Northern Cass. So a 4-minute overtime period coming up. Lisbon with 4 fouls in the quarter. Northern Cass with 3. Going back to Northern Cass, Reichel with 5 points in the game. Hussar with 15. And then Nelson with 5 points, the starters for Northern Cass. Crockett off the bench with 12. As we head into overtime. 4 minutes, jump ball. One by Hussar, gets it back over to Froelich. I think I called that one before the tip-off even. Here's Froelich over to Crockett. Right corner, right side. Works it back top of the key to Froelich. Back over, right side, right corner. Froelich works it inside. That's tipped away. Hussar with the ball. Hussar's going to work inside. He's going to go up, puts the scoop off. No good, gets his own rebound. That's out. And Northern Cass ball. Broncos looking for the foul. So Froelich will inbounds. Back to Reichel. Crockett for 3. That's a long shot. No good. Rebound. Nelson not able to get a hand on it. Cordero gets the rebound for Lisbon. He has 12 points in the game. Down to 3:18 in overtime. Here's Cordero to Gilbert. Back to Welter. Welter's been quiet. Bittner turned back. Goes back top of the key. Down to 14 seconds in with the shot clock. Back to Cordero. Cordero's going to go right side. He has to kick it back out to Bittner. Bittner has an opening. Waits it. Goes up off the glass and good for 2 for Bittner. So Bittner with the move inside the lane. Put on the brakes. Going left. Comes back to the right side with the layup. Now 2 points. The lead for the Lisbon Broncos. I think that's their biggest of the game with the 2-point lead. Northern Cass at 1 point in the third quarter led by 12. Froelich. Froelich's going to drive inside. Gives it to Nelson underneath going up against Gilbert. Off the glass, no good. Rebound by Gilbert. No foul. Broncos quickly down court. Bittner now 2 minutes. 2 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in overtime. Lisbon with the 2-point lead. Here's Bittner back now to Gilbert. Bittner turned back. Goes inside the lane, kicks it back out. Cordero, 8 seconds on the shot clock. He pulls up free throw line, off no good. Welter with the big rebound, put back, good in the basket for Welter. Welter comes up big with the rebound. The basket draws the foul. A 4-point lead for Lisbon. Welter with the big play. The Agassi Egg precision play of the game right there for Elliot Welter. And that shot no good. Back to the 4-point lead. Hussar inside the lane, off the glass. Good, count the basket. Hussar answers back. He's going to the line. 14 fouls. 2-point lead for the Broncos. Hussar to the line. Welter takes a seat. Off no good by Hussar. Rebound by Adair. He has 4 points in the game. And we do have a timeout on the floor. He has a 2-point lead for the Broncos. Now 46-44 here from Lisbon High School Gymnasium. We'll step away for another 30-second timeout.
Lisbon Public Schools is currently seeking a high school English teacher, high school math teacher, and a 5th grade teacher for the 2025-26 school year. Lisbon Public Schools offers a competitive salary and excellent benefits. For more information, please email Superintendent Justin Fryer at justin.fryer@k12.nd.us. Lisbon Public Schools, where you can watch your kids continue to grow from the playing surface to the classroom. Go Broncos!
I will be your guiding light, 'cause you don't have to go alone. I will bring you through the storm. I will lift you up. No, you're not on your own.
All right, back out here on the floor after the timeout by the Lisbon Broncos. Now with 2 timeouts remaining, there's under a minute 20 remaining in the overtime period. Broncos has a 2-point lead. Welter with the big offensive rebound, got his own rebound, put it back up. That's a long pass inside. Here's Froelich. Froelich with the breakaway. That's Hoppy, and no foul. And Bittner thought he was off the leg of Hoppy. Hoppy went up for the shot. That ball was knocked away. 5 fouls on the Broncos now. Or I should say 5 team fouls on the Broncos. Here's Froelich working inside. Now under a minute remaining. Inside Hussar. Off the glass, good for an easy 2. So now we're tied up once again. Hussar with 19 points in the game. We're tied up 46, 24 seconds on the shot clock, 43 seconds on the game clock. 1 more possession looks like left for each team. Bittner working it back around to Adair, back to Cordero, top of the key. Deep behind the 3-point line, he's gonna go right side. Up over Hussar, rolls around. Hussar with the rebound, down to 28 seconds. Shot clock is off. Northern Cass, see if they'll take their time. Froelich to Hussar. Hussar and the timeout. And the final one of the quarter of this overtime by the Northern Cass Jaguars. We're tied up at 46 inside the Lisbon High School Gymnasium from the south side of the gym. From the south side of the gym in the Stock Growers Bank broadcast booth. We'll take another 30-second timeout.
Hunter Insurance Agency is a locally owned full-service agency providing protection and coverage in a number of different areas. Hunter Insurance Agency offers multi-peril crop insurance, crop hail insurance, and farm insurance for buildings and equipment. Plus, they offer home, auto, life, and business insurance. For more information, go online to hunterinsuranceagency.com or stop in and speak with Johnny Jorgensen at Hunter Insurance Agency. Find them at 201 Main Street, Hunter.
All right, welcome back. Overtime period. We're tied up at 46. So Trey Hussar able to tie it back up for Northern Cass. As he put on the brakes underneath the basket, Adair goes flying over the top, puts it in for the easy 2. Subsequent shot by Cordero on the other end of the court. resulted in a rebound for Northern Cass. They have the ball, timeout, and we're back into game time now. At 15 seconds on the game clock here in overtime. We're still tied up at 46 to Hussar. Hussar puts it on the floor, loose ball. He's going to go inside the lane, and that's here. Gilbert Cordero down to 3 seconds too. He's going to go coast to coast off the glass, and we're going into a second overtime. We're tied up at 46. Bodies all over the floor with Cordero on the floor. We're tied up at 46. Going into our second overtime. And we're going to step away as the air just went out of the gymnasium. And we're still tied up here at the Lisbon High School Gymnasium. Another 30-second timeout.
Bank in Lisbon, let them turn your dreams into reality and help watch them grow. Loan Officer Wyatt Smith will give you a tailored solution to fit your unique requests. From farming, buying a new home, or investing in your future, he has you covered. Stock Growers Bank celebrating 125 years of banking in your local communities. For more information, call Wyatt at 701-683-5000. Stock Growers Bank, where your success is their top priority. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
All right, welcome back here, LiveEvent.com. We're tied up at 46 apiece, going into our second overtime period. As at the end of the first quarter, it was a 9-4 lead for Northern Cass, and at the end of the second, going into halftime, Northern Cass led by 23-17. Broncos pulled within 4 after the end of the third quarter. It was 35-31 going into at the end of the fourth. There was tied up at 42 apiece. Broncos and the Jaguars trading baskets in their overtime period. Now tied up at 46. Going into the second overtime. Now Gilbert out there going against Hussar. I think Adair's been 0-2 against Hussar. They send out Gilbert this time. Hussar gets it once again. Froelich with the ball. Now Froelich with 7 points in the game. Here's Nelson working on the outside. Froelich with the ball. Back to Hussar. Down to 3:44. Nelson's going to set the screen on Adair. He's got left side, drives in, puts it out the glass. Good for 2 for Hussar. Hussar with 21 points in the game. Had 15 at the end of regulation. All 4 points for Northern Cass in the first overtime period. Now with 3:21, here's Adair with the ball. Cordero works back around top of the key to Welter. Back to the right side, Cordero. Cordero's going to drive in, spin move to Welter. Welter pulls it down, has an open lane, pulls it back to Cordero from 3. That's off, no good. Rebound, Crockett. Crockett with the rebound. Big rebound here. Northern Cass with the 2-point lead, second overtime, 2:56 on the clock. Froelich with the ball. Directed some traffic, now 21 seconds on the shot clock. Hussar with the ball, yes. That's taken away. Stolen away by Adair with the easy steal. Puts it up in the layup for Adair. Adair with the gift from Hussar on the steal on the basket, tied up again at 48. Couldn't write that one any better there for Adair with the steal. Northern Cass with the ball. Crockett pulls it down. He's going to drive inside the lane, steps back. Hussar from 3, lets it fly. Big rainbow shot off, no good. That was long. Rebound by Gilbert. So Gilbert with the rebound. He's been big off the bench for Lisbon. Has 14 in the game. Here's Welter working it back around. Still tied up at 48. 3 from Bittner. That was in and out on the 3-point bucket. Now under 2 minutes remaining. Here's a rebound by Froelich. Works it back to Hussar. Back to Froelich for 3. He takes it down. He's going to drive inside. Cuts it back for 3. Rachel, that's good. Rachel with the 3-point basket. He has 8 in the game. 51-48. The Broncos still with 3 timeouts. Cordero's going to drive right side. That's good for 2 from Cordero. Cordero with 14 in the game. for Lisbon. This is our second overtime, 51-50 in favor of Northern Cass. Hussar's going to drive in, no foul, high off the glass, rebound Gilbert. Here's Cordero. Back to Bittner. Bittner on the left side. Now Welter right side. Back to Cordero. 1 point lead for Northern Cass. Under 50 seconds remaining. Cordero inside the lane. Turn around off the glass. No good. Rebound. Froelich. Shortest guy on the court gets another rebound. Right place, right time. Froelich's going to drive in. Looking for Hussar. Now gets it back out. Mid-court. Back to Froelich. Down to 22 seconds. So about a 10-second difference between shot clock and game clock. 2-point bucket puts him up by 3. Down to 13 seconds. Gets it back over. That's for 3. Reichel once again. Good. Oh, my goodness. Reichel with another one. The dagger and the timeout. No. Not sure what the whistle is. So I think now if the bench was warned or what's going on. So that's a 3-point bucket by Reichel. He has 2 in the second overtime for 11 points. And it's a 54-50 lead for Northern Cass.
The Northern Cass School District believes that every learner can change the world. That's why they provide a world-class education. Northern Cass will commit to purposely build trust, develop authentic relationships, and engage in innovative practices which will empower learners to be choice-ready. Northern Cass is dedicated and passionate about relationships, teaching and learning, self-reflection, acknowledging greatness, and support of the community. For more information, go online to northerncasschool.org. That's northerncasschool.org.
All right, welcome back here, liveevent.com. Reichel coming up big for Northern Cass, looking for that Agassiz Egg precision play of the game, putting in 2 3-point baskets in the second overtime period for Northern Cass. As that lead extends it now to 4 for the Jaguars. The Jaguars took the first game of the series back on the 21st of January in a tight one. And that was a 59-58 win for Northern Cass. Now we're 54-50. In second overtime. Broncos with one more possession here. 18 seconds on the clock. Bittner, that's too much and out in Northern Cass ball. Down to 13 seconds. The Broncos will have to follow them right away. There's the Broncos. Sometimes slow is smooth, smooth is fast. Just rush that one down court. Had plenty of time to work that in. That inbounds pass, we got a foul with 12 under 13 seconds now. Broncos with 5 team fouls. So looks like Froelich going to the line. Froelich with 7 in the game. He has a chance to put a couple more in the scoring column in this second overtime period. And that first shot rolls around and good for Froelich, trying to put the icing on the game for Northern Cass. That second shot also good. Coming up clutch from the free throw line. Here's Welter to Dare. Dare's going to step up for 3, lets it fly. Rolls around, no good. Almost a tip up, put back by Welter. Rebound by Hussar, and that's your final. As the Northern Cass Jaguar down the Lisbon Broncos on the home court by a score of 56-50 in the second overtime. As we will come back and wrap things up here from our post-game show, broadcasting to you from our Stocknors Bank broadcast booth. Back for more after a word from your sponsors.
Season, don't stress. Let Olson Accounting make the tax season a breeze, just like knowing your ABCs. From individuals to businesses, the expert staff at Olson Accounting ensures every deduction is maximized and every form is filed correctly. Let Olson Accounting set up your tax plan and eliminate any problems by visiting colsoncpa.com. That's colsoncpa.com, or call 701-683-2700. Olson Accounting of Lisbon.
At Polar Communications, innovation is in our DNA. We're pioneers, always looking ahead to what's next to ensure our communities thrive. We were the first in the state to offer gig services, and we didn't stop there. we continue to lead the way in delivering high-quality, reliable technology to your doorstep. A better experience starts here.
From on-site farm repairs to maintaining the condition of your vehicle, trust the staff at Welton's Tire Service. They've served the Lisbon area since 1972, guaranteeing customer satisfaction and workmanship from farm equipment, tire services, and preventative vehicle maintenance. You'll find it all from affordable prices, free estimates, to their knowledgeable technicians answering any question. Welton's Tire Service is locally owned and located on Main Street in Lisbon. For information, go online to weltonstire.net or call 701-683-5136.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
All right, welcome back, Northern Cass over the Lisbon Broncos in their second overtime period by a score of 56-50 in your Division A Region 1 boys basketball contest this evening from the Lisbon High School Gymnasium. Northern Cass improves their record in the region to 6-4. They're 15-8 overall. They hold on to that number 3 spot in the region. The Broncos, with one more region contest remaining against Oak Grove on the 3rd of March, they drop their record to 4-7 in the region, and they are now 12-8 overall. An exciting finish here in that second overtime period from Lisbon High School. We'll take a look at your stats for the Lisbon Broncos. They're led in scoring. There are 2 players in scoring with 14 by Cordero. Cam Cordero for the Lisbon Broncos and Owen Gilbert, each with 14 points in the game. Also in double digits was Jordan Bittner with 11 points in the game. Bittner coming alive in the second half. Only had 2 points after the second quarter, finished with 11 in the game. Also in the scoring column is Lincoln Adair with 6 points for Lisbon, and Welter with 2 points. Welter had a big basket for Lisbon at the end of the fourth quarter. Put up the shot, got his own offensive rebound, then made the basket on the subsequent putback, and then drew the foul. Not able to convert on that foul, but a big basket nonetheless for Elliot Welter with those 2 points. Tapson in the game for Lisbon, a starter with no points. Had 2 rebounds for Lisbon. Gilbert off the bench with 14 points. And then Colby Mouse with the big 3-point bucket pulled Lisbon within 2 points in that fourth quarter. Coming off the bench for Lisbon with the 3 points for the Broncos. And now looking at Northern Cass in the unofficial stats in the scoring column. We had Miles Froelich with 9 points in the game. Hudson Reichel with 11 points in the game. He had those 2 big 3-point baskets in their second overtime period, looking for that Agassi Egg precision play of the game. And then Trey Hussar with 19 points unofficially in the game for Northern Cass. Sam Nelson with 5 points in the game. And then off the bench for Northern Cass with 12 points in the game is Brooks Crockett. Crockett a little bit quiet there in that second half. He had 8 in the first half off the bench, and then 4 more in the third quarter. Finished the game with that 12 points, but quiet in the fourth and overtime period. So that is your unofficial stats. Scoring-wise, we'll just go over the scoring here. Unofficially, leading scorer in the game, leading all scorers, was Trey Hussar with those 19 points. The Broncos with 3 players in double digits, with Cordero and Gilbert with 14 points and Bittner with 11. So those are your scoring stats for the Jaguars and the Broncos. Looking at the stats after the quarter, or the scores after the quarter breaks, it was a 9-4 lead for Northern Cass at the end of the first quarter. 23-17 going into halftime for Northern Cass, led by 6. Had the 4-point lead, 31-35 over the Broncos at the end of the third quarter. And we're all tied up going into overtime at 42 apiece. Each team put in 4 points in that first overtime period. All 4 for Northern Cass coming by way of Trey Hussar. And then in that final overtime, the difference were the two 3-point baskets that were put in by Hudson Reichel for that 6-point victory in the second overtime, 50-56 over the Lisbon Broncos. Broncos on the home court as they will now travel to Oak Grove for their final region contest. The Broncos record drops to 4-7 in the region. They're 12-8 overall. They're 6-4 for Northern Cass in the region, and 15-8 overall for the Jaguars. And Northern Cass looks like this is their last game. Might have this wrong, but looks like this is their last region game for Northern Cass, their last regular season game for Northern Cass before they head into the region play, the region tournament, the 10th through the 12th of March at the Sanford Health Athletic Complex on the NDSU campus. In that region standings now, Northern Cass holds on to that third place in the region. The Broncos, we'll have to see how Valley City fared this evening against Wahpeton, but Valley City and Lisbon were tied for that fourth spot at 4-6 in the region. Lisbon and Valley City had split their regular season contest one apiece. I should say they split the head-to-head. Lisbon battled Valley City on the 4th of February, and they lost 47-65 against Valley City. That was on their home court, and they were able to take game back there on the 17th of February. On the road at Valley City, they defeated the Highlanders 62-56. So still with some region seeding implications on the line for Lisbon as they head to that game against Oak Grove, trying to hold on to this number 4 spot in the region. Right now being pushed by Valley City. So we will step away. We'll take another 30-second timeout. We'll come back with our Agassiz Ag Precision Play of the Game and our Enbridge Energy Players of the Game. That's coming up here on YourLiveEvent.com.
You would never buy a one-size-fits-all shirt, and you should never do so to protect your valuable assets. And we'll find you the right fit for your insurance policies.
Home insurance, auto insurance, commercial insurance, benefits insurance, crop insurance.
We have you covered from head to toe, underground to sky. Experience the difference with Irie. Get the insurance protection you want with the customer service you deserve.
All right, welcome back to YourLiveEvent.com as we'll get into our Agassiz Ag Precision Play of the Game here for your local precision planting dealer. Agassiz Precision Ag in Hillsboro. Call 701-436-2119 or visit planterdoc.com. This is your Agassiz Ag Precision Play of the Game. We're going to give out 2 of those awards tonight. First one going to Elliot Welter. Welter in that fourth quarter with a big basket as he had a shot, was able to get his own rebound with the putback, tied the game up, and then was fouled. Not able to convert on that trip to the free throw line, but nonetheless, the big basket for Elliot Welter, getting into the scoring column, has been pretty quiet the whole night, but came alive and was able to tie that game up and help send it into overtime. And then your other Agassiz Ag Precision Play of the Game, and that's going out to Hudson Reichel. Reichel in the in the second overtime with those 2 big 3-point baskets for Northern Cass, giving them that 6-point win, 56-50 over the Lisbon Broncos. So Hudson Reichel giving another Agassiz Ag Precision Play of the Game over there for the Northern Cass Jaguars, Hudson Reichel. And now for your Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. Here for Enbridge Energy. That's Life Takes Energy for Enbridge. That's Energy for Life at Enbridge.com for all your career opportunities. Your Enbridge Energy Play of the Game is going out to number 4 on the Northern Cass Jaguars. That's Trey Hussar. Hussar kind of carrying that team in that first overtime period with all 4 points for Northern Cass in that first overtime period. Finished out the 9 with 19 points for Northern Cass. And he is your Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. So going out to Trey Hussar of the Northern Cass Jaguars. And then for Lisbon Broncos, we're also going to give another one out. This one going to Owen Gilbert off the bench. Gilbert making his presence known there in the first quarter with 4 points in the first quarter. Halftime he had 9. Finished the game with 14 off the bench for Lisbon Broncos, coming down with some big rebounds as well. Also with a 3-point basket in the game for the big guy. So Owen Gilbert picking up their Enbridge Energy Player of the Game for Lisbon Broncos. We're going to give out one for each team as this game was into overtime. 2 overtime periods. So just kind of hard to focus on the one player as we played an extra 8 minutes of basketball this evening inside Lisbon High School Gymnasium. And that's your final score, 56-50. The Broncos with one more regular season game remaining before they head into the region tournament. That's against Oak Grove on the 3rd of March. You can catch that one also on yourliveevent.com. Northern Cass looks like, according to their schedule, they're going to head into region play coming up here on the 10th to the 12th of March in Region 1A boys basketball. So that'll do it from Lisbon High School Gymnasium. This will end our regular season broadcast from our Stock Growers Bank broadcast booth. Just like to thank all of our feature sponsors this year for our winter sports edition from Lisbon High School. We had our Bank North scoreboard, our Olson Accounting halftime show, our Stock Growers Bank broadcast booth, our Enbridge Energy player of the game, and our Agassi Ag Precision play of the game. So just like to thank our feature sponsors for bringing you this winter sports season from Lisbon High School, and also all of our ad sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For Brent Dickin, our camera girl tonight, Kira Mullis, everybody have a great evening, and we will see you next time, I guess, at the boys basketball region contest or region tournament from the Sanford Health Athletic Complex. This is Brent Dick signing off for the night.
Get ready to make a true impact on the farm. Introducing the HDSR series of staggered rippers from Degelman Industries. At the heart of the machine is the HDSR's staggered two-row setup, which allows for better trash flow and lower draft than an inline ripper. Featuring a shorter implement contour length, easier transport, and better compaction shattering ability than the competitors. The HDSR series from Degelman Industries is engineered tough. Visit our website for more information.